Welcome to the channel. My name is Mattia. Today we're going to talk about Peter David's tying the issues into Hickman's Secret Wars. We're going to talk about Future Imperfect. We already covered the first issue to this 5-issue miniseries, and the setup was just fantastic. We had Maestro infiltrating the whole rebellion that he had in his sector of Battleworld. And as part of this rebellion, we had some familiar faces like Janice, who was Rick Jones's granddaughter. But it was super cool to see two other Peter David creations as part of this rebellion. You had Ruby, who was the daughter of Cyclops and Emma Frost, and also Layla Miller, both characters that were really important to X Factor during the Multiple Man era, when he was the leader of the team and Peter David obviously helmed the series. So we pick up with Maestro. He's just destroying the rebel base when out of nowhere we get a character who we think is the Thing, and that's actually really interesting too, because supposedly none of the members of the Fantastic Four had variants within Battleworld. That was sort of the thing that was not going to pass with Dr. Doom, or better said, God Doom. So we get this battle between who we think is the Thing and Maestro. So both characters start trading blows, leveling buildings. Now, what we discover that this Thing is actually Thunderbolt Ross, who gets totally and utterly clobbered and also gets captured. So it happens, we have the rebels, they break into Maestro's palace trying to rescue their leader, who is Thunderbolt Ross. That, to our total surprise, we discover that Ross and Maestro have struck up a deal. So Maestro tells Ross about this secret weapon that he has discovered. He stole this book from God Doom, and this weapon's hidden away in this like Asgardian part of Battleworld. So now we have the rebels having forged this very uneasy alliance with Maestro. They go to this realm. They find this secret cave and also have to battle against its protector, which is Ulik and a bunch of Asgardian trolls. And the thing is that we get this battle between Maestro and Ulik, but he ends up backing down when he discovers what they're trying to do. So what happens is they end up finding this weapon. The caretaker of it is actually the old Rick Jones from the Future Imperfect reality. It's pretty funny because Maestro really hates this version of Rick Jones. And the weapon itself, it's really awesome. It's the Destroyer armor. So what happens is Maestro wastes zero time. He puts on the armor. God Doom immediately manifests himself because he knows that this is going to be a liability to him. And here's where the story loses me. We get this pretty awesome battle between God Doom and Maestro, and then we discover it's all an illusion. The whole scenario was just a trick by Rick Jones to get Maestro out of the Future Imperfect realm. This cave and where this weapon was is actually in like this wishing well that gives you the illusion of whatever you want the most and traps you there. It feels like a convoluted trap because it saps out all of the stakes from the story. So you get this feeling that you get a setup for something that's going to be very important for the crossover, but then boom, it's not important. It was just all illusion. Also, it doesn't explain how Maestro actually survives the destruction of Battleworld and he ends up in the Contest of Champions. At the end of the story, he's just trapped in this well, and that's how it ends. Also, in the back end of the story, neither Ruby or Layla play any important role in it, so they feel like wasted opportunities. So, we're gonna leave this video here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.